mean, I could consider it.
Well, that's totally your prerogative. That's not against the law or anything, you know. Obviously, people are just seeing people's cameras and seeing ignorant, with guns, capital stuff. Yeah, and we just want to make sure that you're safe, that they're safe.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have to come and keep dealing with you guys and bothering you. So just be careful. You know what you can do.
Oh, yeah, no, we're good. My concern is, and like I said, I'm not interested in getting that gentleman in trouble.
Right.
But I do know for a fact that he lied to you and told you things that aren't true on that report, which will become public information. I'll request a copy of it. I'll get a copy of it. So that, I would be a little more concerned about that than two guys walking on the sidewalk with a camera. We actually did show your detective the video here. So, I don't know if you, yeah.
I didn't see a threat of violence on your guys' end.
I never do. I'm too small to threaten people with violence. Yeah? And like I was telling him, I got my first pistol and my first concealed weapons permit 1995, so 26 years of carrying it without incident. So, you know, I don't plan to change that today. So we're definitely, you know, I want you to understand that I do educate myself. We've been to 29 states in the last year and a half. So I educate myself on state law before I go to a state, and I'm aware that there is no statute on pepper spray in Utah, unless you're using it in the commission of a crime. Right. So as far as that situation was concerned, feel like I was fully within my rights to just let him know that that's what was going to happen if he didn't back up out of my face. Never left my pocket, never even touched it or grabbed it. But you know, I hope you appreciate that this is one of those situations, because you didn't know when you first came out.
Yeah, we just try to figure it out.
But this is one of those situations where people get very emotional and very feelings oriented these days. So when that happens, they tend to say things out of excitement and drama that maybe aren't accurate or true. So just maybe this was a wake-up call, maybe a reminder for all of us to remember that sometimes people just exaggerate and say, I can't wait to read what's in your statement. Yeah.
No, but you see that too, and that's like I say, that's why we want to try to just separate everybody, get the information, and make the best call that we can off what we see. And obviously with the video camera, seeing is believing, right?
That's why we record. Yeah, no, and I'm glad you guys do you have a body camera as well?
Not with me, so
No.
I actually don't have an issue.
Wear it because it might save you one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it just saved me.
Yeah.
Well, what would have happened if I didn't have my camera? You might have arrested me. Right?
I'm in the office, they just need some help, so I came out, that's how I get out.
Right, no, so this is the reason we film, this is the reason we make sure we have two angles and we're both always covering each other, and then there's no confusion, yeah? But, you know, it's very important for, see, the other thing, I'll let you guys get back to work, I know you have other things to do, but you guys are in a very unique situation, in a very unique position, okay, because the citizenry in this country right now is looking up to you for guidance. So this guy, when you got here, for example, a lot of times we'll be in the post office, right? None of the customers are saying anything. Everybody's going about their business, in and out, getting their mail, going up to the counter. Postal employee says, hey, you guys can't film in here, sets the whole crowd off and you have mayhem, right? So you're in a position where you can kind of control that a little bit with the public. When you let them know that, oh no, this is okay, this is not okay, they kind of they bounce off of what your directives are and where you're going and what you're, so, you know, he can wield that power wisely, is all I'm saying. Because, yeah, it's easy for an official to set off a nuclear explosion where there doesn't need to be one, you know? Yeah. But, you know, we expect you, first and foremost, before the laws of the land, we expect you to honor your oath. The most important oath you've ever taken in your life is the oath of the Constitution of the United States. And I was just saying to this officer, the Constitution is taking a proverbial beating right now. And every single person that can stand up for the Constitution is one little microcosm, tiny little thing that adds to where we need to be in this world. So I told you I'd tell you what we were doing. We have a YouTube channel. We both have YouTube channels.
I assumed that.
It's a First Amendment audit. Okay, so we follow the law. We come out here. We go to public places. We don't try to even go into restricted areas, anything like that. We stay where we're allowed to be, and we take video and photographs and see what kind of a response we get. And
From response from law enforcement or just the general public or both?
I know how the general public's going to react. So I'm more interested in having the conversation with you guys, the guys that are out on the street defending our rights and protecting the Constitution as you're supposed to be, as you're swore to do. Right? That's my priority. This conversation is what I hope to wind up having. So I was just saying before to Officer Pratt, we go to a lot of places where people don't call the police. I can't tell you, for every one video that goes up on YouTube, there's 15 nobody ever saw because nothing happened. But I don't want to say we're instigating anything, but I love it when you guys show up because I get to have this conversation with you. And I think there's a huge divide between the citizenry and law enforcement in this country right now. And our goal is to try to close that gap by simple communication. Because I've said it 1,000 times, yeah, I don't have to understand everything you're doing. I don't have to appreciate everything you're doing. I don't have to approve of everything you're doing. And the same comes right back at me. But I think as men, we can find common ground. We can find middle ground. We can accept the fact that each other have the right to do what we're doing and just appreciate that, and we can have a conversation and shake hands and go away respecting each other's rights. And that's what we're all about. That's what we're doing. That's all it is.
That stuff everywhere, so.
That's it.
You want to try to do better.
Oh, well, you scared me a little bit. I thought you were going to put me in handcuffs.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, I didn't know which one you were going.
We get these once in a while, so I knew your position, and I wanted to just make sure we were good. But like I said, I just wanted to know who I was doing that.
Okay. No, all right, that's good. Well, now you know. So if you get another call about us, you can tell them, oh, those guys, yeah, we know them. They're just out doing what they do. Because, yeah, we're heading south, man. I don't want to be up north in this cold, yeah. But
Back in July when it was 115 or up to 9.
we will, yeah. We were actually in Moab last summer. Yeah. But, no, I appreciate you guys. I'm glad it ended on this note, and I'm glad you guys, I really appreciate the fact that you were willing to look at the totality of the situation, like you guys say, because that gives you all the information, and I appreciate you taking the steps to do that, not just reacting to somebody's. You got to watch out for feelings these days and emotions because they're boiling over, man. And people just are looking, you know, and I just mentioned the divide between the citizenry and the law enforcement. Now there's a divide between citizen and citizen. And people are just like, if you don't agree with my point of view, they'll attack. And that's what you had here today. You had a guy that didn't agree with my right to be standing on a sidewalk, and he decided he was going to try to hop over a fence. You know, so that's a problem. And then on top of that, accuse me of doing something wrong and try to get me arrested. So what kind of world is that? You know, and I'm more worried about what kind of world I'm leaving for my son. You know, because none of us are here forever. And I'm sure you guys probably have kids. And we have to leave this world in some way for our children. So let's all every day make our priority to A, honor the Constitution of the United States, and B, leave this a better place for our kids. That's all it is, man. All right, I don't know if you guys are shaking hands, but I am. Thank you, Lieutenant. Detective, appreciate you. Officer, thank you very much. All right, guys. And I'm going to just tell you, gentlemen, what we're going to do. I'm not going to, because what happens is if I run away now, the postal employees are going to think that you guys chased me off. So I have to stick around for a minute, do the victory lap just to prove my point. My son's probably I'm carrying, so I'm not going on federal property. My son will probably go in, just do a quick loop through the post office, walk out, and we're going to be out of their hair. You'll probably never see us again. But I have to wait for you to leave, and then we'll do that, and then we're out of here. All right?
I talked to them, told them what you guys can do.
All right, cool. Well, appreciate you guys. And on a human level, seriously, guys, stay safe. All right? There's good, just like there's good photographers and bad photographers, there's good police and bad police. And we rely on you guys to keep the bad guys in check.
Good try.
All right? No, but seriously, because you want to know something, and I'll leave you with this. You know what a good police officer's worst enemy in this world is? A bad cop.
Yep.
Have a good day, gentlemen. Thank you. All right, so watch this video in. We'll put back around the lobby here and let these guys know
on video, little girl ride along. The driver dropped her off away from camera view. I don't know where he parked at, but I think he dropped her off all the way over here where I can't see because of the tree. And you saw her walk in. There's plenty of space here to leave her in front, but he chose to avoid the camera. This is called instructions given to avoid any exposure to what he's utilizing the little girl for. She's being utilized to avoid any suspicion. It's called the little girl ride along because the drugs are placed underneath her seat to avoid any suspicion. Daily drug dealing traffic transactions, distribution and packing, special delivery white powder bags. This little girl does not deserve to be living like this. All windows sealed. No windows. And she looks forward to going outside, but she's being utilized in a very negative way. This is Town of Cicero Police Department Protection Cover-Up. Dirty little secret, white powder bags. If you look at the videos, there's plenty of evidence. There's daily drug dealing traffic transactions, distribution and packing, special delivery, white powder bags. And it's a high-tech surveillance monitor called Army Apparatus Tracking Signal Scanner Device, very aware of my location. While watching TV on command signal, she was dropped off away from camera view, all the way over here where I can't see, and you saw her walk inside immediately, very quickly. So this is evidence organized crime family is trying their best not to expose what they're usually utilizing this little girl for. Again, the address is 5130 West 24th Street in Laramie, Cicero, Illinois 60804. And over here, looks like they're going to do another pick-me-up. The same guy from last time is here again. And this is 5132. The same guy from last time with the girl are planning another pick-me-up. The Candyman is working both sides. The 5130 where the little girl's at, and 5132. And there you go. The two guys are there. And, well, I should have more photos once they come close. But it looks like they're going to do another round of pick-me-up. There's a lot of drugs here. And Town of Cicero Police Department is right behind this. It's called Protection Cover-Up. And there's a reason there's a murder plot on my life. I'm being subjected to high-level frequencies, constantly shocking my brain from any electrical source outlet. This is called electronic harassment, a high-tech surveillance monitor that's able to transmit that type of harassment. Over time exposure, cause of death, tumor, cancer of the brain. Brain damage. That's correct. Brain damage. Silent incoherent victims. Nursing home final faith. Identity theft Medicaid takes place. Big money payday. The younger the victim, the bigger the payoff. This is called organized crime family. Process. Manipulate businesses. Remain in control. silent victims. And, well, unsolved murder cases of identity theft Medicaid, victims are preconditioned at home to react. And let me show you a little bit. I'm not covering up as much as before, but this is the board I put up. And the bathroom is constantly blocked off like this. My ex-wife continually grabs the towels and throws them on the floor. She has no idea. And the kitchen, well, has to be covered. So this is on daily basis. Murder plot continues from next door. And that's it. That's how they come in and out. So this is daily harassment and murder plot. Oh, they went back. See? On command signal, see? High-tech surveillance monitor, very aware of my location. See, they were in front and then they went back in. They're constantly they have communication constantly of my location. Well, today is Tuesday, 5:35 p.m., April 23rd, 2024. Again, the little girl continues to be in danger, and she got dropped off, and she's going to get picked up again later on to make another drop off. Again, the driver did not want to be on video, and instructions were given to hide all the way over here to avoid the exposure. So we're going to continue videotaping, and I hope the public gets involved in helping this little girl out. Please contact the DEA, Drug Enforcement Administration on Dearborn, Chicago, Illinois. Please contact Child Protective Services. This little girl does not deserve to be living like this. And she has no idea. And I already called, I made phone calls, but it's going to take the public and contact the news media. We need to push pressure on these agencies and the news media to open up a case. This is not right. We need your support, folks. Please contact the proper authorities and get involved. It is a worthy case, and I've been doing this for quite some time now, and my life is at stake here. And people ask, why do I do this? I do this because I can. And when you know you can, and you have evidence, and you believe on what you're doing, and your credibility is good, and you got a lot of people looking at your videos and supporting you, that makes me feel good. And I hope you guys keep an eye on me, because the murder plot is it's very serious. I already had one aneurysm, and this second time around, they're looking to finish the job. So I'd rather talk now that I can than be in my deathbed silent, incoherent. I appreciate your support, folks.